Hey everyone, welcome to my audiobook series. Originally started as a Grand Theft Auto 6 fan fiction, it's now a full-blown series called The Chosen Royal Bloodline. Let's get into chapter 47. The chapter starts off with Nick and Tech driving to the Angels headquarters. Yo man, this shit crazy. What Ronnie did, man, sorry to say, but he knocked you down a peg, Tech says to Nick. Nick responds, yeah, it's crazy. I wouldn't even try that job with Chosen. And he did it with a few casualties and all the money. Dude's smart, man. Tech then says, so what they call us down for here anyway? Nick responds, apparently Miles is about to move up. And with the newfound millions the gang has, we can start our own operations. Could even bypass the cartel. Tech then responds, hey look man, I ain't trying to fuck with the cartel. Honestly, motherfuckers should get a bunch of computers for Poindexter. That can easily be brought up in the next meeting. I mean, Rodney has been buying all types of motherfucking shit for the crew lately. Nick and Tech drive towards the Angels HQ. There, they can see Angels partying outside. Nick and Tech can see Angels glaring at them, some laughing, some greeting them, and others completely ignoring them. Once they make it upstairs, they can see Rodney in the room, laughing with some Angel members. Nick and Tech can see the pile of cash and the new guns laying around. Rodney then looks at Nick and smiles. Well, I see the embarrassment is out of hiding. Took you long enough to heal up. Rodney says with a smirk that makes Nick want to rip his head off. Ben then says, Nick, care to explain where you've been? I mean, the Angels' reputation was shot. Until Rodney here increased our funds, man, everyone cut us off. The cartels, the local businesses we extorted, hoes, the local drug dealers. The local PD used to not fuck with us, period. After you lost to Miles, now everyone thinks we're nothing to the devils. Hell, you disappeared right after the fight. People was thinking you were dead. Nick then glares at Ben. Watch your mouth, you destined motherfucker. Not like your bitch ass ever put in any work to build this shit. You ain't no soldier, you just a chump nigga. Ben then says, even though I'm not a gangster, I'm still a businessman. And for business, Rodney is taking over your operations. You answer to him. Rodney then shows a small smile. Nick gives Ben the you got me fucked up look. Nick then rubs his mouth and looks at Ben and says, the fuck you say? Rodney responds, he said you report to me like it was in the old days before you discovered you was a freak. Rodney then glares at Tech and throws a knife at him. Tech dodges it barely. Rodney then says, yeah, I heard about you too. You can detect shit, but only in a certain radius. Too powerful Chosen. Couldn't even stand up to a fucking teenager. Now that shit's funny. Just then, Nick's pupils turn red, and now he increases his momentum and slows the surrounding momentum just enough so it looks like right after Rodney blinks, Nick is right next to him with a gun to his head. Nick then says, big talk, now who's the embarrassment? You are, Rodney says. Rodney then throws a mini knife at Nick's leg, causing him to fall back. Rodney instantly jumps to try to stab Nick, but Nick slows the momentum down around him and manages to dodge it. Rodney flips over to his feet and throws a blaze at Nick, but Nick slows the momentum of all the blaze and knocks him down. Nick then says, is that all you got? Nick starts to stumble. That's when he realized it was a 6th knife. The 6th knife cuts into Nick's side, but not enough to stick in there, only enough to tear off a little bit of flesh. Rodney then says, I realized it as soon as I threw my knife. You can slow the momentum around objects. You can also accelerate your own momentum. Problem being though, you have to see every object in order to slow the momentum, which means all I have to do is get out of your field of view. Nick then begins to cough up blood. Tech then screams, enough! What the hell is this? Enough! Ben then says, know your place, kid. Nick got demoted, and so did you. Let's see who will be the future of the Angels. Nick accelerates his momentum and charges at Rodney. Nick's rib wound and leg wound are taking its toll. Nick's powers deactivates out of nowhere just when he's next to Rodney. Rodney punches Nick in the face, but Nick slows the momentum of the impact and bounces right back to quickly punch Rodney, sending him flying 5 feet. Nick's wounds are starting to bleed even harder. Rodney is badly hurt. Nick reaches into his pocket and pulls out a penny. He smiles and flicks it at Rodney. Rodney then tries to block it using his arm, but the penny was moving so fast it cracked his arm bone. Nick then spits at Rodney and accelerates it so it cuts his cheek. Rodney reaches for his gun when Nick throws his shoe at Rodney. He increases momentum so much he hits Rodney in the stomach, sending him flying back 10 feet. Right after Rodney hits the wall, he lands on the ground and starts to cough up blood involvement. He looks at Nick and it's weird. Nick is smiling. Nick then says, "In our shadow," he says, breathing heavily. "That's where you'll always be. Even with Lisa and my brother, you knew that with all your training, all your years of experience, it's nothing compared to us. I just wanted to show you, even at weakest, it only takes a fraction of my power to bring you down." Nick coughs up more blood and drops to the floor. The other Angels members rush to aid him. Nick? Nick! What the hell, man? Why? Ben then says, "I guess the future belongs to Rodney instead of Nick." The utter disappointment. Tech then looks at Ben and rushes him, knocking him to the ground. Tech then begins to beat Ben, breaking his nose, busting his lip, and cracking his jaw. Tech continued to beat on Ben until other Angels pulled him off. As he's getting pulled off, Tech yells, "The future of the Angels will be in whoever's strong enough. We are not your puppets." Ben then says, "You motherfucker." Ben then pulls out his gun. Tech senses this and moves so he dodges Ben's gunfire. After the first shots miss, Tech then runs and ducks behind one of the supporting beams in the building. The other Angels try to yell at Ben to calm him down, but he keeps going until a single shot kills Ben instantly. Tech and the other Angels instantly look at Rodney, who fired a shot. "Enough is enough," Rodney says. "I'm not in the shadow of the Chosen. But you're right, Tech. We're not some pet to fight for amusement. Because of this little spectacle, the Angels' powerhouses are weakened. And now, Nick, you're going to meet the man who runs the Angels." With a terrifying look in his face, Rodney says, "The reason he's not here is because he trusted Ben, and because he handled in his new project." The Angel members carry Nick to the car with Tech and Rodney. Rodney continues more as they're getting into the car to drive to the hospital. Nick then says, "New project?" Rodney responds, "Even before the new Chosen started popping up, he said that they would arise. He also found out that there were powerful Chosen that have grouped up for a secret purpose. He already has other Angel members in the country helping him with those beefed up Molly users. Wonder where that drug is? The main guy is breeding Molly users there for them to fight them powerful fuckers." Well, fight is not really even a word. Everything he's been doing has been a complete slaughter. Not only have they not been able to capture one, every single person in the attack party, search party, and multiple trap spots have been killed. They need us to keep the money and guns flowing over here. The bank job's profit was about to go to a tank for over there. Now that Ben's dead, Rodney then coughs up some blood. "And we're hurt bad. He's gonna know, and he'll be here." Nick then says, "What does this mean?" Rodney responds, "War. Because now, whatever he pushed back, when he comes here, they will follow. Hell, they are already here." Guys, thanks again for watching my Chosen audiobook. Thanks again, guys. Like I said, I'm totally revamping the whole thing. Instead of missions, they're going to be called chapters. Like I said, this used to be an entire Grand Theft Auto 6 fan fiction, but over time, it just blew into a whole series. Now, I'm already on Patreon, so if you want to actually support me so I can create this book, then a link will be in the description below. I'll have a ton of details coming out about this. Stay tuned for more. Peace out, y'all, and talk to you later.